Hey guys, thanks for joining back here over on the Roomy Alliance. So today was the first day of name reservations happening, and next week, on Friday, you'll be able to actually log in and play the game. But for a quick public service announcement, if you did not know it, and you have the demo or the beta installed on your computer, you can just rename that file to this without a space at the end. Make sure there's no space at the end. And then you will actually just hit the install button, and then it will do this, and then install, instead of installing an entire 90 gigabyte game again, it will only need to download like 20 gigabytes. And before we get into the character creator, you just need to know that I make some pretty amazing characters, so if you're not ready for that, sorry, you're probably not ready for this video. Alright, and when you first get into it, after you select your class, you're going to be presented with some options. Down here in the bottom right, you can select to import your appearance if you remember to export your appearance, which I did not do. Nice, good job. There's some basic face shapes you can select, which I think are just presets, along with the presets down below, and you can select your skin tone there as well. Then the face selection, you're going to have a couple of different sliders. You can see you can actually grab it on the face itself over there, right there, and then you can drag it around like that, and it affects the slider over on the right. So if there's a specific part you're trying to change, you can change it right there. For me, I'm just going to, go for that look. Whatever that look is, that's the one I'm going for. Maybe you've seen what my character looks like in some of my other videos. Maybe you haven't. I'm trying to recreate it here a little bit. And before we get too far, make sure you guys hit the like button down below, because I know you're going to like this whole video. You can do it right now. It's fine. Then also make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you are subscribed to my channel, because it really helps me out. Appreciate it, guys. So here, I'm just trying to go for more. More is better, I think. Especially when it comes to faces. More to see, more to love. Then you got a couple of different eyebrow choices here. I mean, that one's different. All the other ones are basically the same. Let me try and get this hair out of my face. There's some fringe options down at the bottom as well. Don't worry, I won't be going with the bun top. You got some nice eye choices. I know I did get all the face selections. I'll go back to it. I just wanted to get the eyes going for me here. And then, so you can go back to the eyes here now, which is the second menu option. And you can do some surprising things. She looks a little surprised. I know there aren't a whole lot of things you could do besides, making her look like a space alien or not. I like the character customizer. I mean, anything is better than what you can do with World of Warcraft. Comparing it to Final Fantasy XIV, though, yeah, I mean, 14 has way more of that. There are some other, like, hairstyles, and I don't know if there's actually, like, face settings that you can find in the cash shop. I didn't really mess with that. I know that you can go through and adjust, like, hair and things like that. And then your hair really doesn't matter in this game, because, like, equipping an accessory or a transmog to your hair slot will completely change your hair. So, it's not important at all. But there are, like, blonde-colored hairstyles available in there if you're looking for more customization along those lines, as opposed to just, I want my nose to be inside of my mouth kind of sliders. Because, I mean, most people I know that play these games will go for the nose inside of the mouth setting like I have here. And if you're doing that, you just need to follow these slider settings right here. Boom. Easy and done. And then you got a couple of different lipstick settings, which you can see do horrifying things to this face. A couple of different colors. I don't actually select any of the brown or purple looking ones. Then you got a selection of a couple of different tattoo or face sort of like markings. Then you can move them around on your face like this, up and down. You can like do some pretty nice things here, and then increase the visibility of it. I thought there was a way to make this darker. I seem to remember having this heart tattoo a little darker, but that doesn't seem to be an option. You just have these 3 different settings: the blush setting, the marking. I guess this heart is actually supposed to be like a birthmark, maybe? And then below would be like a gem or some other kind of like marking on your forehead there. Or like a... I don't think you put like the headband. I think there's some headband options in another one. These are all just... I mean, that goes in your... between your eyes, and these below the eye there. So, I don't know what you would classify these ones as being different in some way than the last settings. I guess they are. And then you got some more eye settings over here in the makeup. I don't know why this isn't with the other eye settings, but you can change the size of your pupil along with the color. And then the iris as well. And then you've got the eyeliner, I guess, below that with the eyes. Oh, and then you have a pretty limited selection of hairstyles. And like I mentioned before, like, unless you turn your helm off, you will never see this. And like, the helmets are like hair braids and things that just completely change the setting. And then you have a couple of different hairstyle colors, which are all dark. And if you want like blonde or white or something, those are only available in the cash shop. And it's, I guess, kind of understandable because it's a Chinese game and all of them are going to have darker hair, where it would be kind of weird to see a blonde or a pink style hair like that. And then here you can also set up like a fringe, which I think generally just kind of looks ridiculous in my opinion, but you can do all different sides. And then this is where the like headband, and then there's a selection of hair accessories that you can put in here. Some of them have different colors you can change in there. This one has quite a few, and this one only has one. But I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. And then you get to the body sliders, which do a lot of different things here. And then before I forget it, the developers did add in 2 more skin tones to our version of the game. I do not know if these would actually be available in the Chinese version if you went over and started playing on that right now, or if they only added it to our version of the game. But anyways, I was over here messing with body sliders. And then you've got, I don't know what that says, total height, I guess. You can have small or large, or thin and thick, and then followed by your head size, which is pretty hilarious. And then your neck, narrowness and height and thickness. An odd thing to have a slider on, in my opinion, but to each their own. And then you've got a general hip slider, an arm slider, a hand slider. Of all things, of course, you need a hand slider. This is pretty ridiculous, in my opinion. I mean, just make people normal. I mean, this arm slider seems to be like doing something right there. You can kind of see it like in the gold part. But the hands, I mean, they... Whoa. I mean, big is better. You know what they say about women with big hands, right? And then you got thigh, lower leg. I mean, it's kind of detailed for not being very detailed. I mean, I don't know how much more you could really expect from an MMO on this kind of stuff. Lower leg and the feet, which also affects your height here, big or small feet, and then the shoe size as the last thing that you can set on here. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good, I think. And then last thing you do is select your appearance card, which has nothing to do with what I look like. Fantastic. Then you can obviously in here change out your outfits for what you want, to maybe like just see, hey, how is my character going to look in this? Then you got a couple of different little poses you can, I don't know, check out in the dressing room here before you finalize your character. And then you got this wonderful kissing emote here as well, followed by some different facial expressions. The last setting over here is going to be the voices setting, with the actual final thing you do going to be putting in your name. Make sure you put it in all in lowercase, just so that everybody knows that you're a complete mad lad. That's all I got for you here today. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching.